Friday evening. Payday was 2 days ago. You open your banking app. Not because something is wrong, just to check. And the number is already lower than it should be. You scroll through the transactions, coffee, groceries, takeout, one online order you barely remember, nothing crazy, just normal life. And yet somehow, the money is just gone. What I am about to tell you is not about discipline. It is not about spending less. It is about something happening inside your brain you were never taught to see. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about why good earners still feel financially stuck. Not people who are careless, not people who are irresponsible, people who are genuinely trying, people who earn decent money, sometimes really good money, and still, somehow, feel broke. If that is you right now, hit the subscribe button, because what I am about to walk you through completely changed how I think about income and wealth, and the gap between the two. Let us get into it. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Earning more money does not automatically make you wealthier. Now, before you close this, stay with me, because most people intellectually understand this, but almost nobody actually lives like they believe it. Here is what most people do not realize. The moment your income increases, something else increases right alongside it, your lifestyle. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain is wired to normalize improvements incredibly fast. That new apartment that felt amazing in month 1, normal by month 3. The nicer car, you stop noticing it within weeks. The upgraded lifestyle, it just becomes your new baseline. And the dangerous part, this happens automatically. You do not decide to inflate your lifestyle. It just quietly expands to fill whatever income is available. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the single biggest reason high earners still feel broke. Let us look at how this plays out in real numbers. Imagine someone earning $3,000 per month. Tight, but managing. Then they get a raise to $4,500 per month. That is an extra $1,500 every single month. Life-changing money. Right. Except here is what actually happens. They move into a nicer apartment, plus $400 per month. They upgrade their car payment, plus $300 per month. They eat out more because they can afford it now, plus $200 per month. Subscriptions, clothes, habits, plus $300 per month. That is $1,200 of the $1,500 raise, already gone, every single month, without one single conscious decision. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because lifestyle inflation does not just steal your raise, it steals your future, that $1,200 per month. If invested over 10 years at a modest 8% return, would have grown to over $220,000. That is not a small number. That is a life-changing number. And it quietly disappeared into a slightly nicer version of the same life. But lifestyle inflation is only half the problem, because there is a second force working against high earners that almost nobody talks about. It is called income spending synchronization. And it works like this. Your brain does not think about money in terms of actual numbers. It thinks in terms of ratios. When you earned $3,000, spending $100 on a dinner felt significant. It was over 3% of your monthly income. Your brain flagged it. You thought twice. But now you earn $4,500. That same $100 dinner feels completely different. It is barely 2% of your income. Your brain barely registers it. So you say yes more. To everything. Not because you are being reckless, because your internal reference point has shifted. Every spending decision that used to feel big now feels small, and small decisions made hundreds of times per month add up to something very large. Now you might be thinking, okay, Jack, so what is the fix? Just spend less. No, that is not the answer. Telling someone to just spend less is like telling someone to just lose weight. Technically correct, practically useless. The real fix is about redirecting income growth before your lifestyle can claim it. Here is exactly how this works. 3 steps. Step 1. Capture every raise before it hits your spending account. The moment your income increases, immediately increase your automatic savings and investment contributions by at least 50% of the raise. Not next month. Not after you settle in. Immediately. Before your brain has time to build a new lifestyle baseline around the higher income. So if your income increases by $1,500 per month, $750 moves automatically to investments before you ever see it as spendable money. The other $750, you spend freely. You earned it. Enjoy it. But the first half is already working for your future, before your lifestyle can absorb it. Step 2. Audit your baseline every 6 months. Sit down twice a year and look at your fixed monthly commitments: rent, car, subscriptions, recurring expenses. These are the silent killers, because they lock in lifestyle inflation permanently. A higher rent is not a one-time splurge. It is a commitment you make every single month, for years. Ask yourself one question for each fixed expense. If my income dropped back to what it was 2 years ago, could I still afford this? If the answer is no, that expense is lifestyle inflation in disguise. Step 3. Separate your identity from your income. This one sounds soft, but it is actually the most powerful step of all. A huge amount of lifestyle inflation is not about enjoyment. It is about signaling. A nicer car, a better apartment, upgraded everything. A lot of that spending is about showing the world and yourself that you have arrived. But here is the truth. Nobody is keeping score except you. The people you are trying to impress are too busy managing their own financial anxiety to notice your upgrades. And the things you buy to signal success are often the exact things preventing you from achieving it. Let me tell you about someone I know. Mid-20s, earning $35,000 a year. Tight but intentional with money. Invested consistently. Kept lifestyle simple. Over the next 7 years, income grew to $85,000. A massive increase. But here is what they did differently. Every single raise, they captured half immediately into investments. Lifestyle grew a little, but slowly, deliberately, not automatically. 7 years later, they had over $120,000 invested. Not because they earned dramatically more than their peers, but because they refused to let their lifestyle grow as fast as their income. Their colleagues earning the same $85,000. Most had almost nothing saved. Same income, completely different outcome. The only difference was what they did with the raises along the way. That is the whole game. It is not about how much you earn. It is about the gap between what you earn and what your lifestyle costs. Widen that gap even slightly with every raise, and wealth builds almost automatically. So if you consistently feel broke despite a decent income, here is the honest diagnosis. Your income is growing, but your lifestyle is growing faster. And the gap between them, the gap where wealth is supposed to live, is getting smaller instead of bigger. The fix is not complicated. Capture raises immediately before lifestyle claims them. Audit your fixed expenses twice a year, and stop using spending as a way to signal success to people who are not paying attention anyway. Because here is the truth most high earners eventually figure out. The goal is not to look wealthy. The goal is to actually become wealthy. And those two things require almost opposite behaviors. 5 years from now, your income will probably be higher than it is today. The only question is whether your wealth will be higher too, or whether lifestyle inflation will have quietly consumed every raise along the way. That answer depends entirely on the decision you make the next time your income increases. If this shifted the way you think about money, hit subscribe. New video every single week on why smart people make predictable money mistakes and the simple systems that fix them. And one question for the comments. Have you ever gotten a raise and somehow ended up feeling just as tight as before? Let me know below. Because if you have, You are in very good company.